Right. Welcome. Welcome to Final Fantasy IV and Remaster Mondays. It's been a little while, it feels like, even though it's only been a week. Since last week, I have hurt my lower back. I strained it a bit while at work, and I'm still feeling the effects, but I'm mostly back to where I am, just maybe not quite as energetic as I was. But like with any new pixel remaster, start with a gallery. Yeah. I want to say this was the first one where we actually started to get, at least with the Japanese art, this format that we've come to expect from Final Fantasy. The linear black text, Japanese on the bottom, like underneath Final Fantasy Roman numeral. Which I want to say the NES art originally also had the Roman numerals, so that part's not new. And then we get an Amano illustration as the icon for the series. This one featuring the Dragoon Kain, who we'll get to meet quite a bit in this game. Oh, here's our polar opposites of Cecil, who is our main character. He starts off as a Dark Knight, eventually becomes a Paladin. It's funny, he's got a couple of different weapon designs in the Amano pieces, and this one is one that's the more sword-looking, like the more sword-like weaponry. I actually kind of prefer the ones that look a bit like pole arms. We'll probably see those in some of these pictures. This one looks like a newer one, looks like his later style. Cecil, Rosa, and Kain are three Baron representatives of the Kingdom of Baron, which is where Cecil is from. Got some more comrades here. This looks like the endgame party. Unlike in some of the others, you don't pick your party as the game goes on. You just kind of have whoever they give you. And this one includes Edge and Rydia. This one definitely looks older. His Dark Knight form. There's another one. This one shows his pole arm looking weaponry. At least the way it's designed in this one. And then here's the Paladin with his pole arm looking weaponry. Definitely can tell his older work because it has kind of this more free-form abstract quality to it. Yep, I always start new games with these going through the gallery. And this is the one that they use as the icon. The very iconic Dragoon pose. In fact, if you're a male Dragoon in 14 and you do your change pose while you throw your weapon out, they'll do this. It's very much Kain. Like, Dragoons. Yes. Huh. I did not know that Amano had designed Kain in this fashion. It's funny, if you play the After Years, Kain comes around as like a mysterious figure, and he kind of looks like this. It's pretty cool. Here's Rosa. It's funny, they did a lot of these profile shots. Oh, Rydia. It's funny, like I see early influences of Terra, who we're going to see in Final Fantasy VI. But like a certain instance of Terra, I almost feel like he was trying to make Rydia like almost a little bit monstrous, especially once she's older. Very interesting. Tella, looking for something? Oh, it's empty. Sorry. I drank it all. Ah! Edward is our resident bard. One of the Ted Woolsey famous lines where he is called a spoony bard. I'm sure that particular translation is going to last forever. I'll bet it's in this version too. Yang, I think is supposed to be the way it's pronounced, is the resident monk of this game. In fact, if you look at his outfit, The Monk AF from Heavensward is modeled from his look. This is the original Final Fantasy twins, Palom and Porom, a white mage and a black mage and white mage respectively. They have some interesting dynamic because they can cast together, and that's something that they don't really do. They haven't done it before, and they haven't really done it since. It's very interesting. Yep, very small kiddos. This is the first time where Sid actually joins your party. He's actually a party member. It happens again in 7, but 4 is where it happens first. His design this time is very like, ah! I think it's pretty obvious just looking at him. Edge is our ninja this time around. We did! We sure did. We got both twins. If you pre-ordered, you got Palom, and if you got the digital, what do you call it? The digital collector's edition, you got Porom, so you got both twins, and then there was a way to get Radia too. I don't know. Edge 2? Oh. Yeah, you'll see when we play this game, there's a lot of 4 in Endwalker. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, Naming Way is also originally from 4. So, there you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you have the not locked tombstone gear, Edward, yeah. If you look at the not tome locked tome gear, the one that you can get now, that's not like 400 a week only, that's a lot of that armor is based on these characters too. Golbez, huh? Moonward, something like that, yeah. Ah, yes, this game had its own 4 Fiends of the Crystals. This is one of them. Here's another one. Barbaricha. And the Rubicante. These are probably mythical figures. I'm not terribly familiar with them. And then we get to the monsters. Got the Giant Zoo, Bone Dragon. Some of these are just redesigned from previous ones. The Baron Guard, Puppeteer, Soldieress, Sorceress, Trapdoor. It's a book, or it's a door. It's an evil door. Green Dragon. Giant Soldier. Got almost like stars. It looks like the American flag stars in the middle there. Wicked Mask. Not too dissimilar from Cecil's Dark Knight mask, at least in my eyes. The White Dragon. I always thought of this as the Mist Dragon. If you look at one of the post-story dungeons in Stormblood, the Empty? No. Can't really remember it. The Mist Dragon is the 3rd boss of that one. Yes, there was the 3D remake. That was I don't know if it was 3DS or just standard DS, but yeah, that one had voice acting. The Oxa Mammoth. Definitely some scary monster designs. The Mom Bomb. This is another boss that was featured in 14 in one of the earlier ones. I think it was Heavensward era in the bonus dungeons. The Magus Sisters. These were just featured in Endwalker, the first dungeon. They originated from this game. Calcabrina. Oh yes, you may remember the Anti-Tower. The final boss of that one was this boss, the Living Doll. She originated from this game as well. The Shadow Dragon. The powerful servant of Golbez. Very cool. Got Dr. Legay. Got Barnabas. I believe he was featured in one of the recent dungeons too. I want to say it was Endwalker, but I could be mistaken. Yeah, he was in the second dungeon, I want to say, the leveling dungeon. And then the transformed. I think they reused the character, they just made him a Mikote instead of an old man. Kingdom of Elbon. Yes, the train. Queen of Evelon. I can't read. Demon Wall originated from Final Fantasy IV. That was the first difficult boss fight, I want to say, that was actually like really like kind of a thing that people used to wipe on like over and over until the counter ran out on the dungeon. This was back in the first Amdapor Keep, and this was kind of like the entry point to like actual difficult content in game. It used to be quite difficult. Now it's nothing, but yeah, it originated from this game. Zemus. The final boss that time forgot. Anytime that like Final Fantasy IV's characters are brought up, this guy is never brought up. Oh, this might be like to note. The Cetus character that I wrote for the guy that we fought on the moon was based on this guy. And Zeramus well, I don't want to talk too much, but this is basically the final boss for him. We got some summons, Ashura. The Sylphs. Hovercraft. Oh yeah, this is the only game that has a hovercraft as one of the vehicles. It's never repeated, but we do have an airship, of course. And the Lunar Whale, which got carried over to 14 just as a paid piece of content that can carry 8 people. Yeah, Lunar Whale originated from this game. Giant of Babel. Something I briefly mentioned in one of my RPs, but not really featured in the game. More Cecil and Kane. Some line art. Oh, we got some old sprite art now. Dark Knight Cecil. Paladin Cecil. This is pretty reminiscent of like the SNES era. This is how they used to look. Kane and Rosa. Rydia as a child. Rydia as an adult. Tella. Edward. Oh, his outfit was very different. That's funny. Young. It's a weird looking, just made him huge. Palom and their outfit was pretty different too. And Porum. I don't remember, Sid, if the sprites were resembling the old SNES version or the Amano like designs. Edge. I guess we'll find out. Fusoya. Golbez. They're just showing them all off, aren't they? And that's it. Okay, now we're ready to get in there finally. Wow. It's funny, the galleries always take longer than I expect them to. Alright, here we go. Classic. Captain, we will arrive at Baron shortly. Very well. The captain seems kind of down. After what we did, who wouldn't be? Orders are orders, but killing innocent people to get the crystals isn't right. I actually really like how this was represented on the 3DS. It just showed like snapshots instead of like playing it all out like this. And I think it really it helped the impact. The Red Wings are supposed to protect people, not harm them. That's enough. But Captain, surely you don't condone what we've done. All of you listen well. The raid on Mysidia was imperative for Baron's prosperity. The Mysidians know too much about the crystals. Their very possession of one of them is a threat to Baron. His Majesty ordered we obtain their crystal, and as soldiers of the Royal Air Force we are sworn to obey. Captain. Captain, monsters sighted dead ahead! Prepare for battle! I don't know if I actually play. I think in the original you just use an attack item. Yeah, here we go. He's looking down. Ugh. Now this game is not as expressive as 5. It came before 5. But yeah, they're kind of, you know, where they're facing, what their head is doing is kind of all we get as far as like visually what they feel. Are you all right? We've got more hostiles. Damnation. Up the zoo. Blue Fang. Oh no, we'll meet Justinian. Justinian's later. Is everyone okay? All accounted for, sir. We've been encountering more monsters than ever lately. There's no end to them. Could it be some kind of omen? Okay, Ascidians kind of departed pretty far from Cain in 14, but if you take like the Ascidian from Heaven's Word, they're basically, you know, pretty much more or less kind of the same. Captain, we're now approaching Baron. Very well, prepare for landing. I'll get a little bit of 3D. At least the castle maintains its shape when it goes mode 7. Well done. So the crystal is ours now. The Mysidians put up no resistance. In fact, they were completely defenseless. Is this pity I perceive? Come, Captain. His Majesty awaits. If you'll excuse me, Captain, I must speak to His Majesty in private. Please wait here. Yep, the Damsean Castle music. Your Majesty, I'm afraid Cecil can no longer be trusted. He clearly questions your authority. He does? Your counsel is well heeded, bygone. But so long as I obtain the crystals, Cecil's transgressions matter little. Send him in. Yes, Your Majesty. Captain, His Majesty summons you. The Kingdom of Baron hails your return. May I have the crystal? Yes, Your Majesty. Handed over the water crystal. Looks genuine to me, sire. Yes, it is beautiful to behold. You are dismissed, Cecil. Your Majesty. Yes? Captain, what is it? Your Majesty, forgive me, but what are your intentions regarding the crystals? My men are confused and displeased at their orders. And what of you? Do you question my command? No, I only ask... Silence! Do not think your treachery has slipped past me. I trusted you, Cecil, but you leave me no choice. I hereby relieve you of command of the Red Wings. Your Majesty! Now I charge you with another duty. Slay the phantom beast that plagues Mist Valley, and deliver this bomb ring to the village of Mist. You will leave tomorrow at first light. Did he always call it the bomb ring? Your Majesty, I beg you to reconsider. Cecil has done no wrong. Ah, Cain! If you are so concerned about your traitorous friend, you may accompany him. Your Majesty! Now take the ring and begone. Received bomb ring. Your Majesty! I'm sorry, Cain. Once we've completed the mission, the king is bound to forgive us both. You'll command the Red Wings again in no time. Yeah, they're best pals. Get some rest. Leave tomorrow's preparations to me. Yes, it is. Kind of. Oh boy, a tutorial. I'd heard rather disturbing rumors regarding the king lately. If you value your life, you'd best put king and country before anything else. Whatever others may say, I trust the king. His Majesty is acting very strange lately. Mist Valley is northwest of Baron. With you and our Commander Cain joining forces, nothing will be able to stop you. What's wrong? I'm sorry to have dragged you into this. Don't be. I acted of my own free will. I mastered the Dark Sword on His Majesty's orders, but it was to protect Baron, not to plunder. You're not to blame. I'm sure the king has his reasons. I envy you, Cain. I envy the path you chose. I suppose I could have attained a higher rank, but had I become a Dark Knight. My father was a dragoon, but he passed away when I was still young. I felt that I could keep some sort of connection with him if I became a dragoon as well. Didn't mean to bore you with my stories. Anyway, I don't need your concern. The only thing you should be concerned about is slaying that beast tomorrow. I don't want to be the only one pulling his weight. I'll give as good as you, rest assured. That's more like it. We should get some sleep. We rise early tomorrow. I don't know if I have many options of where I can go. I heard you acquired the crystal from Mysidia. I'm on duty. Leave me alone. You're free to take the items from the storage room to help you on your mission. Press the switch on the wall to open the door. Ether. Tent. 480 gil. Yeah, things look weird in this game. It's funny because like they couldn't make this one look as much like Final Fantasy VI. Sleep. Heh, sweet dreams, pal. Oh, was it? You're not sleepy at all? What the heck? What did I do wrong? We're diligently working to develop more spells for actual combat. Basic spells like Fire and Blizzard aren't powerful enough to defeat many monsters, but I do seem to remember hearing about more potent spells. Yeah, when this game first came out, it was the first one on the SNES, but it didn't really look that different from Final Fantasy III, which was really pushing the hardware of the NES. It's a very similar looking. Cecil! Thank goodness you're alright. I was so worried. You left on such short notice. We're fine. I wish I could say the same for the Mysidians we slaughtered. Cecil, I'll come see you later, okay? Very well. We've locked up the Mysidian mages who opposed us, sir. You can talk to them through the bars. You won't get away with this, you hear me? Do not expect to spare us, but please, return the crystal to Mysidia. You idiots don't know anything. The crystal isn't just any old jewel. Yeah, it really looks a lot like a long way behind 5. Well, 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 look who's back. Rosa was worried sick about you. I forgot that Sid was from Baron as well. But that would make sense. They are the airship nation, so of course he would be from there. Don't you ever do that to her again, you hear? So how are my airships? I bet you and your goons wrecked them up something awful. Hey, what's the matter with you, kiddo? Well, what? The king demoted you? What about my Red Wings? They'd be a mess without you. Come to think of it, the king's been acting peculiar for some time. His Majesty ordered me to build an airship for killing people. Everyone's worried about him. Anywho, be careful out there. Make short work of that mission and get back safe. Whoa, I have to start heading home. My daughter will kill me if I'm not back soon. It's a bug. I've changed your seat, sir. I hear you depart early tomorrow morning. Good night. Rest? Yes. Yep, I live up in the tower like a dragoon. What happened to the king? He covets the crystal as though he's possessed. And it seems he'll resort to any means to get them. Nevertheless, I can't defy him. How could I cross the man who raised Cain and me like his very own? The chivalrous knight whom I've adored and admired since childhood. I will not betray him. I can't. Cecil! What's going on? You just returned from Mysidia, and now you must journey afar to battle some phantom beast? It's all too sudden. Everything's fine. Cecil, look at me. Ah, the theme of love. In Mysidia, we killed innocent people to steal their crystal. It was horrible. But I suppose this is my fate as a Dark Knight. Soon I won't even feel remorse for my actions. You and I both know that will never happen. Still, I can't defy the king. I'm a hopeless coward. The Cecil I know would never whimper like this. The Cecil I love. You leave for Mist early tomorrow, right? Yes, but don't worry. Kane's coming too. Oh man, I almost forgot about like the way they had an orchestra record these. I'm just like all of a sudden like, oh, here it is. The soundtrack has been, it seems like fairly muted thus far, and I feel like I had the same issue with 5 towards the beginning of the game. I'll be fine. Trust me. Please come back to me in one piece. Thank you, Rosa. There was a dark night. You know we can never truly be together. I have to be edgy. Ah! So, are you ready for some real combat? Always. Lead the way. Oh man. Yeah, this game absolutely has some aspects to it that didn't age well. And it's definitely kind of showing its age. This one's like 91, like super early 90s. And so, the Dark Knight Cecil was stripped of his command as captain of the Red Wings. He and the Master Dragoon, Kane, head for the Foggy Valley and the Village of Mist. Oh yeah, this is the Final Fantasy song. It's funny, both in 3 and 4 it's at the beginning. The advent of the airship marked the realization of Baron's dreams, but also the birth of its militarism. Hi, Skitters! With the birth of its, with the Royal Air Force, the Red Wings, Baron soon reigned supreme. Yeah, with air supremacy, nothing could really stand. What, Big? What are you mowing about? Now, as monsters multiply and stir unrest, Baron only exploits its power to collect the world's crystals. Why? Skitters, your bug. The crystals merely shed their light in silence. They don't talk like in 3. Skitters! Skitters, why are you being a bad bug? Don't eat plastic. No. Yeah, now you're in trouble. Listen to world map music for a second. Skitters! Uh-oh. Huh, these percussion, these drums like really kind of remind me of the Tales of Mana or Trials of Mana remake. Like with the way their drums are, it's very similar to me. She's definitely being bad. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. There's not much direction to go really. There's no way to really go wrong. It looks so different than 5, it's crazy. Of course Dragoons can jump. Of course they can. Why wouldn't they? 4 is unique in that you get 5 party members. I should say 4 is unique in the mainline Final Fantasies because you get 5 party members, and you can't set the rows freely. You get 2 configurations, 3 in the front and 2 in the back, or 2 in the front and 3 in the back. That's it. So what I like to do though is when I have 2 party members, I'll have this configuration where it's 2 in the front, 3 in the back. But of course we only have our 2, so no big deal. Skitters. Oh yeah, we gotta have our Pixel Remaster water. Oh, got that trumpet. I don't know if I agree with the brass on this one. I mean, I'm sure I'll get used to it. I'm gonna go check the town real quick. I didn't actually look there. The town of Baron. You wish to go to Mist Valley? Then you must head to the cavern northwest of Baron. Found potion. If you're journeying far, you mustn't forget to take potions, antidotes, and tents along. Make sure you get those exact things that I laid out for you. I'm gonna hold off on that. Now this song should sound familiar if you've played Endwalker. Stay away from mist. Leave the village alone or something bad will happen. I know it. Oh, how weird. They pulled back on that part. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that. Ow, ow, ow. I hear the king and you boys are up to no good these days. Whatever it is you're doing, keep Rosa out of it, you hear? Oh, there's a part where like the music kind of swells and you get some like woodwindy, at least the way I interpret it, woodwind synth sounding. Oh, let me hide that. There we go. Yeah, that could get distracting. Like, do you hear, like, it's way in the back. There's, like, some plucking strings playing the melody now. But it's like, the payoff isn't the same. It's so bizarre to me, like, that they changed it like that. The Devil's Road leads to Mysidia, but it has remained closed since the Mysidians sealed their end. Baron once actively traded with Mysidia via this path, but it is no longer in use. The stairs over there are leading to the training room. And yes, you have a party of 5 in this game. The king is gravely mistaken in ordering his men to master the dark sword. The door is locked. Cecil, can you tell my father to stop pulling all-nighters? Tiredness makes him so confrontational, he won't even listen to me anymore. It plays while you're on the moon with the Lopritzes. Like in their section of the moon. That's when this song plays. He's trying to stick up for you and Kane, you know. Birds of the World. The History of Shipbuilding. Same book. Oh, this is Sid. Principles of Buoyancy. I did it. I built a new engine. Oh, the battle music that plays on the moon is also this game's battle theme. It's probably a bit hard to tell with the remix, or the arrangement, but it's the same. Oh no, I can't get to the armor shop? How unfortunate. Just thinking about Dark Knights gives me the heebie-jeebies, but they're still pretty cool. Too dangerous. That door on the far west side of town leads to an old waterway that goes right up to the castle, but it's been locked for years. Alright, oh. Yeah, we don't really need new equipment because, like, the whole idea is these two are, like, elite warriors. So the enemies that they start you off against are pretty, like, nothing to you. Which is kind of interesting. They did a couple of interesting things with the story, like the kind of character that like you fought against for most of the game in Final Fantasy II, like the Dark Knight. Now you are the Dark Knight, like that's the protagonist. So it's kind of neat. And while this isn't the first time we've seen a Dragoon, I mean, there were Dragoons in 2, but not till the end. And then Dragoon was one of the jobs in 3. But Kain is probably the most famous Dragoon. Like, he was the first one that kind of took off. And it kind of helps that he's right at the beginning of the game. He can. There's a move he does called Darkness. And it will hit the whole group, but he takes his own HP to fire it. It's not very good. Mist Cave. Oh, look at that. Pixel Remaster. We've got a mist layer for the Mist Cave. But yeah, the whole darkness thing, even though it's kind of iconic for his character, the Super NES version that we got originally, the one that we called Final Fantasy II, because we didn't get the original 2 and 3 in the US, was actually a very highly simplified version. So a lot of the items in the game got removed, a lot of the spells got, I don't think they got removed, but some of them got dialed back as far as like complexity. And then some of the abilities they just removed from the game, like one of them was Dark Knight Cecil's Darkness ability. Just gone. But you don't really miss it because it's not very good. I don't know. I guess it was cool, like in concept, because it's different. Like, no, you don't get that anymore. Oh wait, that's I think something I can get. Hello, Skitters. You wanna come hang out? Howdy. Hello, Squeaky. Got her periscope tail on my face. I can't cross that on anything. Turn back! What? Who's there? The chest contains potion. Hello, Buggy. Don't fall, Squeaky. Hey, you're a bug. Okay, there, I can go get it. Oh. Yeah, she's got a big fuzzy tail right here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you're a bug. You're a fuzzy bug. Yeah, unfortunately, this is actually probably my biggest gripe with the Pixel Remaster. I mean, that the whole idea was they were trying to, like, you know, they were trying to show off their game as it originally was. But I don't believe they succeeded in that endeavor. Like, because there's things about it that are, like, unique to, or not unique, but, like, homogenized among all of the Pixel Remasters, like this text boxes. The way that battles initiate with the boxes is the same in all the Pixel Remasters. That the UI being basically the same in every game, it wasn't like that. Like they had differences. Like if you look at some of the common spells in the game and the different effects for like casting, those are almost all the same. The swing animations are almost all the same. Well, they weren't that different, but there were subtle differences to them. Between the games. And then the enemy death animations are all the same, and those were all different originally. I actually kind of like the one in 4, because it was like scan lines that faded away almost. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. Oh, scares. You just gonna hang out with me now while I'm streaming? I feel like if they really wanted to preserve the original game as it was, if that was the intent, I feel like that stuff is important. Like the way it's presented is important. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, the backgrounds look great. I have no complaints about the visuals. Like, the pixely look, like if they're going for that kind of pixel nostalgia, that's fine. And honestly though, like if that was the intent, like if that's what they're going for, there's a game that's coming out, like I think sometime later this year, called, okay, I'm gonna say this wrong. It's like Live a Live or Live Alive or Live a Live or Live Alive. It's Live space A space Live. That game looks gorgeous and it's pixel art. And it kind of reminds me of like Octopath Traveler, but it doesn't. It's not quite as militant with its. I don't know what to call it aside from like depth of field business. Oh, is this news? Yeah, yeah. We're getting Live Alive. Yeah, it was featured on the last Nintendo Direct. If you watch it. That was also where they announced Chrono Cross, which is coming out like in 2 weeks. It's pretty crazy. Which I'm going to play, don't worry. I know I'm not going to be finished with the Pixel remasters, but I'll play it on Fridays, because that's a game I don't want to miss. Yeah, like, if they would have done something like that with these Pixel remasters, I thought that would have been really nice. Oh yeah, it was an old Japanese game that we never got that Square Enix put out. I don't even know if it was Square or Enix at the time. Sorry, I'm playing with one hand because the bug is in my lap. Leave at once! Could that be the Phantom Beast of Mist Valley? I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to do Liam O'Brien, and I don't feel like I'm doing it very well, so I'm very sorry. Knights of Baron! Who are you? Leave now or suffer the consequences. Show yourself! You choose to ignore my warnings? I wouldn't, but the game goes one direction. So I have to ignore the warnings. We have to get to Mist. We're not turning back. So be it. The mist is gathering. This is that boss I was telling you about. The one from, The Burn! That's the name of that dungeon. I couldn't remember. Oh, this song. Can I pause? Kind of. Okay, the violin was a good choice. Ooh. You can't hear this, buddy. The dragon turned into mist. But now you can't attack it. So Kane's gonna come down and cause a counterattack. Attacking the mist is futile! Hi, Squeaky. The mist will retaliate if attacked. I should mention, attack when the dragon appears. Thank you, game. This was the first game in the series to have the active time battle system, so like when you attack becomes important. So like you stand here and do nothing until he changes forms. They did the exact same thing in Final Fantasy V because they really wanted to play with the system. Wow, you were missed for a very long time, aren't you? Alright, it's returning to its dragon form. Attack now! Thank you, game. We're not hitting very hard, are we? Yep, early gameplay is always super exciting. Amazing content. I'm gonna jump. Oh, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I'm gonna jump and then I'm gonna regret it. Alright. Cool. This is a nice base, though. Okay, I can skip just like in 5. I suppose that is one nice thing. All the buttons are the same across each game. You want to enjoy this boss music? Do it while the dragon is missed. Alright, that's it. Yep, all those boss animations are the exact same too. It's a shame. Even like the last time they did something like this, where they did the kind of PSP era remakes, they had each game with its own different animations. Whoa, Skittles, you're cool, you're good. Don't freak out. Alright, now we head over to the Mist Village. All the towns had pretty much the same music. The ring is glowing. Wait a minute. The bomb ring had bombs in it? What the? This is why he sent us here? We've destroyed the entire village. Why would he make us do this? No! Mommy! My mom's dragon died, and because of that, my mom died too. What? I've heard of people with the power to call forth monsters. Summoners, they're called. Then we're responsible for killing her mother by killing the dragon? You killed my mom's dragon? We didn't know that would happen. So that was the king's plan, to annihilate every summoner in this village. That can't be. I'm afraid it's true. I'm also afraid we're going to have to get rid of the girl. What? That's what the king would expect. It's her or us. But she's just a child. You intend to defy the king? I refuse to carry out any more slaughter in the king's name. I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I'm on your side. You are? I owe the king so much, but I can't disgrace the dragoons. So you'll join me? Yes, but we'll need the support of other nations if we're to oppose the mightiest kingdom in the land. We have to get Rosa out of Baron. Thank you, Cain. Save it. This isn't for your sake. This place is dangerous. We better get going. What about the girl? We can't leave her. We'll have to take her with us. It's alright. We won't hurt you. But you're gonna have to come with us, okay? No! Come on, we have to go now. No, go away! Wait! I hate you! You killed my mom! Versus girl. I don't like this. Go away! Oh, she's got Titan. Oh. She beat us. Well, I didn't attack her, so I'm okay with this. See, I remember it just happening. Like, I don't remember fighting her. I probably was, because I had the commands. I had control. I just didn't want to. She's safe. Thank goodness. Kane? Kane! I have to get her out of here. Kane, I pray you're alive. Inflammatory decisions. Oh, she's not in the party. It's just me. Alright. Secret Paragon ending. Oh, this game doesn't care. I could have gone ham. She probably would have won. Considering she round 1 Titans. I mean, how ham can you really go with that party? Jump? Jump every round. Jump isn't as good. Oh, you need the hovercraft across here. Funny thing is, you can't cross, like, the ocean, but you can cross, like, a bunch of rocks on the ocean. Desert Sahagin. I don't know if those are around in other games. Interesting. Although I think there would be some really interesting, like, now that you mentioned, like, Secret Paragon endings, I think, like, if your choices did matter more, like, if you did the whole, like, early era BioWare, like, if you did the early era BioWare treatment to this game, I think you could make some pretty interesting variants, like, with the story. Like, if they actually gave you the option to behave differently than the story wanted you to at different points. And then you could advance that way with having made that choice. I think that'd be really interesting. Oh, hey, we got a little oasis town. I'm going to go ahead and say, once again, my memory of this game is even worse than 5's. So, it's going to be fun at times. I have to find her a place to rest. Welcome. Oh, she looks very pale. Is she alright? Get her to a bed, quickly. She can rest here, free of charge. Thank you. Cecil was played by Yuri Lowenthal, but he was very like calm, centered, but well, sometimes he was dour, but like he was still pretty subdued. Yuri Lowenthal, and I don't know how to like do that very well. Hey, are you all right? My name is Cecil. What's yours? I'm so sorry about your mother. I understand if you can't forgive me. Will you at least let me protect you? This is like Hope and Snow, but like way older. Except Hope wasn't directly responsible for Snow's mother's death. Oh, look who came all the way from Baron. Cecil, I finally found you! Wait! I'm here on the King's orders. All summoners from Mist must be annihilated. Hand over the girl, now! Not a chance. Then you shall die. We'll see about that. Versus General and Soldiers. Here's a very similar situation to Final Fantasy II where you fight a lot of, like, Imperials. Attack! Excuse me. Your men are all gone, General. Ah, what a wimp. Kind of. They're not Guardians, they're from Baron. So they're Baronites? Baronites? Are you okay? Yes, don't worry about me. I won't let anyone hurt you. Promise? I promise. She forgives him a lot more quickly than Hope does. I'm Rydia. Rydia. Summoner Rydia has joined the party. Our first caster. All set. Oh yeah, hey, that's a good setup too. What does she have? I think she uses both white and black magic. Oh, she only normally summons chocobos. Makes sense. Yeah, at the beginning of the game she has both white and black magic, but later on she's only black magic. Don't need to stay again. I can't believe Anna ran away. She and her father, Sage Teller, are very close. Welcome. I'm gonna check on weapons. I'm like not spending any money early on. Still weirds me out the way they do the music. Quench your thirst with Kaipo Punch. Non-alcoholic, of course. I'm a traveling scholar. I want to go to Fabul, which lies east of Damsean, to do a little research. But some old man in the water cavern won't let me through. I want to go to the Antlion Cave east of Damsean because there's untold riches inside. Too bad only the royals are allowed in there. Well, hello! We rarely have visitors these days. What with all the monsters running around? Alright. Got armor. Well, hello. Do you wish to change your name? Nope. Very well. If you ever change your mind, I'm always at your service. That is Naming Way's purpose in this game. And it's very hard to tell he's a rabbit with this version. It's very curious. About from behind. Yeah, not really. But you can kind of make out the turban and the outfit. It's a very different look than what we get in 14. But 14, I feel like, was the intent. Like, they're little rabbit critters that wear turbans. Oh, she's about as equipped as she can be. This is Kaipo, the desert oasis of Damsean. Ah, we're in the nation of Damsean. This is interesting because this game has a lot of locations, and while the 2 also had locations, this one I feel like is more fleshed out, like the different kingdoms that exist in this world. The water cavern is to the northeast, but it's dangerous. There have been sightings of 8 water serpents recently. 8! Specifically! No more, no less. Anna fell deeply in love with someone, but she left Kaipo because Sage Tella didn't approve. Alright, weapons. Hey, better weapon. Let's do it. Right, the shops. Yeah, he's got very specific equipment for himself, and it's better than most anything that we're going to see in shops. Oops. Gotta buy it first, then I can equip it. Very small difference, but I'll take it. Yeah, all these menus are like homogenized too, so it looks very similar to like all the others. You know, it is what it is. The castle up north is Damsean Castle, which rules over this entire desert. I hear the Prince of Damsean is a delicate beauty with an exquisite voice. We found a girl for Baron lying unconscious just outside of town. The poor thing's come down with desert fever. She keeps muttering the name Cecil over and over. It's Rosa, probably. It is. Rosa! Rosa. Oh, theme of love again. Every time these 2 are on the scene. Cecil? Cecil, don't die on me. I'm fine. You're in the bed. To cure desert fever, you need a rare jewel called the Sand Ruby, found only in a cave where the antlion dwells. Well, you have your mission. I've got to help Rosa. We haven't got to meet her, really, but now you have to save her. See, that's one of those things I was kind of saying. Like, Rosa doesn't really have much of a character, unfortunately. At least not... Well, I should say no one really has much of a character. It's not that much removed from 2, but it's an incremental increase. It's pretty much the best we can come up with at this point. I wonder if I can get to Damsean or if I have to go to the cave first. Yeah, you don't have anything. Whoop. Wow, she is very, not much in the way of, yeah, she's not a seasoned warrior like Cecil is. She's a kid, so it makes sense that she would be significantly weaker. But it's still, like, surprising. I was like, okay, good on you, Square. You did a, you made this make more sense. Oh, hey, she learned a spell. Very nice. What's my level? Is it kind of high? I don't even know. 13? Okay, yeah. She'll get there. She'll get caught up. See if the castle is... I guess I can't get to the castle without crossing the cave. Let's cast Blizzard. In Opera Omnia, her 2 abilities are Flare and Summon Leviathan. So she is very much... She gets to be a very powerful, like, black mage. Oh, nice, you got him. Cure and Sight. I wonder if I'm going to get healing in here. We'll see. Underground Waterway, South Entrance. A little treasure bar, a couple of them. Oh, her HP's jumping way up there too. Oh, okay! That cast animation is very 4-like. That's not a rehash of 5s like a lot of the others have been. Which gives me hope for 6 is going to have its more unique casting animations. Did I actually get to cast Blizzard before? I don't think I did. Oh no, I can't afford it. Wow, Cure's expensive. Or she just didn't have much MP to start with. That's probably more likely. Thunder. Potion. Maiden's Kiss. Turn my fan on so I wonder it feels so warm in here. I don't know if I have ethers, but I kind of regret not leveling her a little bit more and then just going to the end so that she can have more MP than she has now has none. Hopefully they'll give us a like recovery spring or something to get our MP back. Oh, she's learning magic like crazy. It's funny to think about. I mean, there's no reason like given RPG rules, and I never really put much thought into this, that like when she gets to be the same level as Cecil, she's roughly the same strength as Cecil. But like if you think about like he's the captain of this elite group of Dark Knights, and he's spent presumably years leading his Red Barons, going on missions, training, fighting in battles, and this little girl joins him after being raised by her mother, like not having, you know, traveled much presumably. You know, maybe like getting taught the fundamentals of summoning, which is why she's able to summon a Chocobo and summon Titan when she's really, really mad. But to think like, you know, we're going to walk through this cave, and at the end of this cave, Rydia is going to be roughly the same level of strength as Cecil. It's kind of absurd, but, you know, that's kind of the gamey aspect of it. Or you could just say that, like, well, magic is just that much stronger than Dark Knight abilities. Oh, there's Tella.
Could it be? No, could that be? It is! That dark sword! Dark Knight, I need your assistance.
What's wrong?
I must get to Damsean to rescue my daughter. She was deceived by a wicked bard. We must hurry, for I sense an ill omen.
You must be Sage Tella.
Indeed I am. That girl, she is a summoner. Perfect. She can help too. A giant monster lurks in the lake ahead. That devil even withstands magic. We could defeat it if we work together, and then I can finally be on my way.
We need to reach Damsean as well.
Then let us make haste.
Sage Tella has joined the party. Hey, Becky. Tella's actually really interesting. Now, you have to remember that this is right after Final Fantasy III. And in 3, sages are amazing, like the best mages ever. So, the fact that this guy's a sage is a big deal. But, and look how much stronger he is than Cecil already. But he's old and he doesn't remember his spells. So one of his commands in battle is like recall, where like he'll try to remember a spell he used to know so he can fire it. Which is kind of interesting. He doesn't always succeed, but... I'll fire it once, show it off. Tornado! Yeah, that's a powerful spell. It brings the enemies down to single digits. But as far as like the spells he knows, he has some decently powerful ones, but like not many. It's like he just knows random spells. Oof. I don't recall if recall takes MP. I think it does. Yeah, it does. So tornado cost a meteor. Or maybe holy. I don't know, like you can do the top level magic, it's just it's unreliable. Alright, there's a way to get that. Let's see if I can find it. Really nothing without their magic, are they? Let's recall again. Oh, couldn't remember. Yeah, sometimes he doesn't do anything at all. Yeah, oh, Toad! Bye-bye. Yep, he's too old. Doesn't quite remember how to do his great, powerful magic. Which is, I think it's a pretty interesting concept. But it's how you balance like a powerful magic user at the beginning of the game. And of course he's a temporary party member, so he's not, it's not like you can... Oh, okay, you can just walk up the waterfall. who's that gonna be for? Oh, him, potentially. Alright, there you go. Yeah, the only people who are permanent are, well, of course, you have at the end of the game. But Cecil is one. And then Rydia is another one, actually. In darkness now, 'cause they'll all die. I like to think of darkness as like a bad version of kick. Because it hurts you. Kick doesn't hurt you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else worth getting. I don't know if there's anywhere else I can go. Still that 7 MP. Oh boy. Yeah, kind of. I mean, that's how I think of darkness. It's a not as good version of kick. I don't know, there's a point later where you get the Death Sword, which is the strongest Dark Sword weapon, right before you lose, like, Dark Knight. And maybe it's good with that sword, but the problem is, like, that whole dungeon is full of undead, so he's kind of garbage. It's a bit ironic. I'm, like, revealing a bunch of stuff. Oh. We shall see that, probably not, well, maybe tonight, I don't know. But probably not tonight, because that's a little ways in. Becky. Oh yeah, that part's actually kind of challenging, because you're essentially relying on your other characters. Yeah. Getting our MP back very gradually. Ah! I feel like there must be something to that water bug, but hard to say. Alright. Ah! Tornado seems to be the big attack. Wow, big heal. They really don't want us killing that water bug. Good job, Rydia. Oh, still not enough. Does he have a lot of MP or something? Nope. Okay, that was good. Alright, nice. Killer fish. It looks so funny with them like crammed together, but there's only the three of them. But I almost imagine like these two like relatively infirm characters are like clinging onto this seasoned, battle-hardened like warrior. It's kind of very reminiscent of like the earliest Final Fantasies, where the casters would only be good during boss fights, because like otherwise they'd just be dealing very little damage. It's like 3 little sideways. 3 treasure chests. I wish you could Osmos for other people, but I don't think that's ever been a thing in Final... Well, no. There was a move, one of the roll actions, that lets you give MP to other people in 14, but they took that away, I think. Pretty sure they did. I feel like Costers had it, so yeah, they must have taken it away. I mentioned I hurt my back while I was at work. It's bothering me a little bit. Ooh, we got 2 choices here. 3 choices. Well, let's go this way since we're already here. There's a one of the last games that had the active time battle system. I show you one of the last. Now it's not that old. Now it's pretty old, but Final Fantasy X-2 had like your primary, your green active bar, which would tell you when your turn was, and then you would get a purple bar that would be your cast bar. Because these early ones, even though there was a gap between when you were selecting the move and when it would come out, you couldn't see that casting. So that was, I think, a nice innovation that I wish they would have brought forward to these remakes, but they didn't. Oh, thank you. I'm mostly there. I just get I get tired more quickly because I think I'm still healing the muscles back there, and it's hard to not use your lower back, you know. Let's do our trick again. What Rydia learns this time? Nothing. That works. Oh, what is this?
We'll rest here. This magic field repels all monsters. You can save and use a tent or cottage here. Let's use my tent to rest and prepare for the upcoming battle.
Oh yeah, this is the first Final Fantasy with save points.
The girl is asleep already. She must have been exhausted. Who is she?
A summoner from the village of Mist.
She holds great potential. With proper training, she'll be able to master many spells. Look at her, so sweet and innocent. She reminds me of Anna at that age.
Who is Anna?
My daughter. She eloped with a bard to Damsean because I didn't consent to their union. Tell me, what business have you in Damsean? A friend of mine has been struck down by desert fever. Yep, 3 didn't have them. You would have to save in the world map. That's actually part of what made the Crystal Tower such a grind, because you get one save point before the Labyrinth of the Ancients, and then you get one save point before Circus Tower, but you do Circus Tower, you do the Forbidden Land of Eureka, and you do the World of Darkness all in one go. And unlike in the Pixel Remaster, there's no heal points anywhere, so you just power through it, and it was a gauntlet, or a gantlet if you want to take the original pronunciation. But yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, this one has save points, and obviously every game from then on has save points. You can just have, it's basically like the world map. Ah, so you seek the Sand Ruby. It won't be easy to obtain. But first, there's the small matter of a vicious monster that needs taken care of. A frightful creature it is, with 8 enormous tentacles. We must kill it and reach Damsean before it's too late. Too late for what? I don't know. I only pray my instincts are wrong. I could tell the future, but then I forgot. All set. A magical field allows you to use tents and cottages in this area. You can also save your progress. How magical. Save points. What do they think of next? Alright, I think that's the right way. So I'm going to go back the other way and see what we can get over there. Oh yeah, look at her, 67. She's doing a lot better now. Well, I can't even go that way. Huh. Well, that explains why it feels like that's the right way, because it's the only way. Oopsie. Yeah, save points are what made this Super Nintendo truly super. Oh wow. Okay, we're gonna have to burn these fellas. Right, Tesla's not gonna be very much good here. Can you not burn? You cannot burn. All those attack items you used at the beginning of the game, you used them all up on that ship. It's funny, I think of attack items because of how good they are, as like, you have a lot of resources and you just throw those around like candy. Yep. The nice thing about these Pixel remasters though is you really don't have to worry about dying, because you autosave it every time you change rooms. That's one nice thing. Row is one command now, because it's the whole party like changing to a new formation in a sense. How's her thunder? Is it gonna be enough? Is it gonna be enough? Let's see. Not bad. Almost was enough. Oops.
That's annoying. Wow, he auto curages. That's crazy. Mix was a chemist ability in Final Fantasy V. I believe that was the first time we had a mix command. Was from the chemist job in Final Fantasy V. The Ice Rod. Why, Rydia? Is that for you? Yes, it is. Very nice. Oh yeah. Warp. She's getting close to Cecil levels. Alright, oh, we got a couple treasure boxes. See if her thunder's big enough now. Probably is. Yep. His isn't. Oh no! Alright. Bomb fragment, there's an attack item. Fighting in the dungeon. Also to ice. Pretty high up now. Got parallax background going on. That's another thing that makes the Super Nintendo super. Although I don't know if they did that before in the Pixel remasters. They may have. I think they did in the Bahamut dungeon. Or no, I think they just did the water, like the water effects from Final Fantasy VI. They weren't playing as much with parallax backgrounds in the NES era. Obviously not, though. Not even in the remasters. Ether. Antarctic wind. Moose. Is this Blizzard? Hope not. I hope so. I can't remember. Thunder? Guess it really was Blizzard. Just throw these treasure boxes at me. Oh no, tiny mage! Let's recall something devastating. Oh, thunder, that's fine. Oh no, steal from the Dark Knight. Try it again, we got 4 left. Oh, break, not bad. They sure are. Yeah, mages, since they're mages, the fact that they're miniature isn't really much of a disadvantage for them. Especially being in the back row in front of, behind all those Sahagins, they're not going to be getting hit, at least not at the beginning. They are now. Oh, he's pissed. Oh, that's it. Okay. The Hourglass. The Shadow Blade. It's a different dark sword. It's a more powerful dark sword.
This way leads outside. The monster lies in the cave beyond. Use a tent outside if you must.
I gave a little bit of a different inflection.
Do you understand me? I'm telling you to save. Only an idiot wouldn't save here. Do you get it? Use a tent! There's a boss in there! What are you doing? Why haven't you used your tent yet? There we go.
I haven't heard that song in a very long time. Oh man. Look at that waterfall.
He's down there.
Okay, guess I'll jump. Oh. I don't know if that would end well for you if you jump down a waterfall. He's no Kane. Alligator. Ouch. See those alligators you fight in the river in Stormblood? They came from this game. Final Fantasy IV invented alligators. Actually, I think there were alligators even in 1. I mean, they're real animals, so it's not much of a stretch. Hades gloves, Hades helm, all this evil sounding stuff. Of course it's for Cecil. Good for you. Can you hurt them? Nope. Lizard. Okay, I guess they're just not too worried about it. Any magic, it's fine. Just don't hit them with your weapon. Unless you just got nothing else. I wonder if Shadow hurts them. I'll give it a shot. They're probably gonna die though, yeah. If I see them again, I'll darkness them. Maybe it's good for something. It's funny, I don't think Dark Knight's Cecil's very good even in Opera Omnia. Like, all of his attacks damage him. He needs to have either alternating turns so he can heal himself with his HP attack, or he needs someone who can heal him, like keep him alive. I don't like that.
Darkness!
Although, in general, his Dissidia... I do love his Dissidia moveset, where like he switches between Dark Knight and Paladin, and how like Dark Knight's better on the ground and Paladin's better in the air. So they're kind of balanced, and then he learns to like, you know, achieve balance through both. He develops in that game, in a sense, more than he does in Hermes Shoes. That's pretty good that he can't equip it. Okay, Hades armor, there you go. More evil for you. Who gets the Hades shoes? Or who gets the Hermes shoes? Nobody? Wait a minute, is it not equipment anymore? Oh, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of Final Fantasy V here. I'm like, you're giving me haste accessories? No, it's an item. Calm down. Alright.
Alright, let's fight that boss. I hope you used your tent. It's not too late to go back, you know. Alright, well, if you're sure, here we go. There he is. Oh, all 8 tentacles, I should have known. Watch out! Did you use your tent?
The Octomammoth. Let's summon the Chocobo. She turns gold for a second. That's pretty wild. Uh-oh, he's wiggling. Let's recall something. Summon your meteor, sir. Now's the time. I don't have anything. Wait, we have summons to use. Let's go, meteors. Let's see him. Holy. Oh, he's wiggling. Nice.
I don't remember any of my abilities. Something about a tent. That's all I can think about.
I'm sure this means something, but I can't recall. Yeah, if only I'd used that tent. Death! There we go. This is gonna work. Okay. Sir, you're using moves that are not going to work. He's wiggling again. Am I out of juice? No. We're good. Recall. I'm assuming there is, but I couldn't remember. Man, he's hitting hard. Oh, they're going down. Each time a tentacle dies, that's what's happening. Everyone except for Tella is taking out these tentacles. Oh, he takes a moment to tell you about like using a tent while you're outside.
Excellent, he's weakening. I knew that tent would come in handy.
Like, so now I'm like making him tent obsessed. This is me adding stuff in. Alright, come on, give me something. While you're in this party. Do something big. Do something scary.
Oh no, he's down to one tentacle! Throw the tent at him! Oh.
Oh, he's old. That's really all there is to it. That's it.
Come now, Damsean is beyond this waterfall!
All the Pixel remasters are pretty easy, like, compared to the originals. Actually, 4 was fairly challenging back in the day. But these Pixel remasters are, like, you gain levels really fast, you're really strong, the enemies give you a lot of experience, you have a lot of money. The need to grind is just almost nil in these Pixel remasters in general. I think they make for good streaming, but yeah, the game isn't going to be like... This is not the most difficult way to play Final Fantasy IV. In my opinion, it's the DS version. That's going to be your hardest one. Because some of the concessions they made, because they can't have as many enemies on the screen, have made some of the bosses especially difficult. But yeah. Oh no, Baron's attacking Damsean. I didn't even comment on that. Oh no! Man, this castle got wrecked.
They stole the crystal! The bombardment was too much! Ah! A tent! Very good!
Healing pot upstairs. I must. Get some little vocals in here.
Is that... It is! Anna! You're that bard! Anna ran away because of you!
Versus the bard.
You spoony bard! There it is.
No, wait!
Die! No tent for you!
Please, listen.
Ha ha! Shut up!
Forgive me, please.
Hold still! Take this!
Ouch! Father, stop! This is such a serious scene that I'm like treating Tella like a joke.
Oh, Anna. I'm so glad to see you again.
Father, Edward is the Prince of Damsean. Forgive me for running away, but Edward and I are in love. Still, I knew I couldn't find happiness without your consent. I was on my way home when we were attacked by Baron's Red Wings and their commander Golbez. I've never heard of Golbez before. Who is he? I don't know. All I know is that his strength was beyond words. But why did they attack Damsean? They wanted the crystal, and they spared no one to get it. My mother, my father, even Anna shielded me from their arrows.
You love him enough to give up your own life?
Father, forgive me. Edward, I love you. Anna!
Anna?
Anna! Yeah, this scene's kind of like... Alright. This was like the early 90s, but then also like people weren't writing many stories and they were like throwing the cliches out like crazy in this one. So there's definitely some things that do not hold up well by today's standards. And this is another one where like the ladies are constantly being fridged, and like there's like what's the word? There's encouragement of like the kind of masculinity that today would be considered like unnatural and then even toxic in points where like you have to be like rigid, you have to be strong, you have to be like unmoved, you can't be emotional. Like this was considered virtuous and like but the good kind of manly like at around like at least the way the story treats us. And it's like men are supposed to protect their women and like you know like they're supportive and there's points where like that's subverted. And well, this is an example right here. Like she exists as a plot device to motivate Edward and Tella's growth. Like she serves no other purpose in this game. Like she runs away from home, you go, and by the time you meet her, she's dead. Like she has very little purpose as a character. This Anna, except to motivate two of our male heroes here. So that's kind of what I mean by like cliches that don't hold up by today's standards, just because they're so like. I mean, I'll even go far as to say like it's sexist, but it's just kind of how things were, and it's something that we're kind of moving away from now. And I think I kind of like what the way they handled it with the job system games, where like it didn't matter, like any character could play any role, and they were constantly saving each other, and um, well, it's a remake of an old game, and like I would argue it's never truly been remade because they're still basically doing the same thing. They'll make like little changes to gameplay, but as far as like I'm trying to think of a good example of like a remake. Like I'll even use like Metroid. Zero Mission was a remake of the original game. Although it did contain a lot of the beats from the original game, it wasn't a retelling. Like they added some stuff and they changed some stuff and like it kind of brought it to that era. Like it made it more like Metroid Fusion, which was the newer 2D Metroid of the time. So I would call that like a remake. This was like these were all like you were mostly delivered the same game with a fresh coat of paint. So that's how you get a game that was released in 2022. This one, where it's basically like doing the same, like hitting the same notes that it made in the 90s, and that was the point. And I think if well, I mean, I talked about this earlier. Like they kind of didn't quite do that either, but it's just something that unfortunately we're probably going to have to we're going to be seeing over and over and over with this one. And it doesn't happen as frequently with the newer ones, but and they like to do this one too, where like it's not just the ladies, thankfully, but there's times where like a character will die, and it will motivate you. And you know, it's funny. I brought up how much Endwalker pulls from this game. Endwalker does it, and it annoyed me so much at the time. It actually took me out of the experience, and I was just like, "God, we're really doing this, aren't we?" And yeah, drove me crazy. But yeah, so just that was my rant about this particular like story device. And here we go. We're gonna continue now.
Damn you, Golbez. I'm a man and I'm motivated now. Who is that monster anyway? What do you know about him?
I hear he arrived in Baron one day and became the new leader of the Red Wings. He leads them on their mission to plunder the crystals.
Stop your sniveling. That will not bring Anna back. Stop having emotions. You're supposed to be a man. Golbez of Baron. I shall take his life with my own two hands.
Tella, wait. You can't possibly go alone.
I will kill Golbez on my own. And I'm taking all the tents with me. I don't need your help. I don't need anyone's help. As long as I have my tents, that's all I need.
Tella has left the party.
And he took your tents with him.
Anna. Stop crying. You're a grown-up. You're not supposed to cry. Kids, this is not the example to live by. I lost my mom, but I'm not going to cry anymore. Rydia. I don't care. Leave me alone. I'm staying here with Anna. I'll never leave her side. It's funny because the DS version, like, uh-oh. That's enough. You're now the rightful ruler of Damsean, so start acting like it. You owe it to your people, and you owe it to Anna. Your Majesty, my name is Cecil, and I need your help. Why should I help you? My friend in Kaipo is suffering from desert fever. We need to get the sand ruby to save her. Can you help me? What is her name? Rosa. She is very dear to you, isn't she? Like Anna was to me. You can find the sand ruby in the antlion cave, which lies to the east. The ruby forms from the fluid of the antlion that the antlion secretes when it lays eggs. We can cross the shallows in my hovercraft to reach the cave. After we acquire the sand ruby, we can cross the shallows once more to Kaipo. Let us be on our way. Prince Edward has joined the party. This always weirded me out, and it's actually even worse on the DS version, where they literally just leave them like this. Goodbye, Anna. Like, he abandons his castle, he abandons all these, like, bodies that are just laid out everywhere. And it's like, if you are the like, head of state, you can't be, like, running off on some adventure. I think that scene would have to be not only completely rewritten, but we'd have to add a bunch of characters. I think I'd probably write like a section where you get to walk around the town before it gets attacked. And maybe you can't do anything about it, but like just having more people there and like maybe having a chancellor like we get in 5 who can kind of take over things while Edward goes off and you know, helps out. And maybe that he can have that same motivation, like, oh, you want to save this person that was important to you, just like I wanted to save this person that was important to me. Okay, I'll help you. And I don't know, maybe it's a younger brother, a cousin, or it could be some like your friendly steward or something. I don't know. Just I often like to think about like, okay, how can we rewrite these games to make them a little bit like improve them? I don't know. Improve is not the... I feel like really egotistical saying that. Like, oh, this is how we improve this classic game. But in a lot of ways, I feel like there's benefit to something like that. And not to say like, well, this was perfect the way it was, and we shouldn't change it because that would be disrespectful. Like, I mean, yeah, there's that argument to be made, but I just don't think that's the... I mean, if you're gonna remake a game, or if you're gonna bring a game to a new audience, you know, do what you can to make it communicate with that new audience, because that's what they did in the early 90s. They were trying to communicate to their audience of that day. And if you really want to be, like, you know, preserving it, include the original version. Just throw it in there. Like, especially, like, what, the 16-bit game, how much really is it going to be? You just throw it in there as like a bonus feature or something. And I'm going to go back to my Zero Mission example. Exactly what they did. They remade the game, like made it like Fusion, where it had all the modernalities, like the visual storytelling, and they added a bunch of features, and they added some modern power-ups, and they made it feel like a modern Metroid, and it's a masterpiece. But they also included the original NES version. So if you wanted to play the game as it was originally given out, you could, and therefore it honors the past and gives you something that and yeah, there's always going to be those people too. Like, you change anything and someone's going to get mad. You're always going to have people like me that are saying like, this remake is not Final Fantasy VII. If they change the story, this isn't right. You're always going to have that, but you know, that's the risk you take when you remake it in the first place. But I don't think that's any reason to not do it, especially if you're going to release it and you're going to say, this is for modern audiences. Really, if they would have released 7 Remake and that the intent, and once again, I don't think the intent is to retell the same story or bring this story to a new era. I think they're trying to tell a different story. But even if their intent was, and they just want to change all these details, and they include the original version, I would say, no harm, no foul. Although you can still get the original version, so I'm actually fine with it. I just wish they wouldn't have called it that. Like, although if you break it down, it's kind of like that play Rent. It has a double meaning, and it's like, oh yeah, he's a bard. He plays his harp. Like remake, it's not so much that it's a game. It's like you can think of it like in the, you know, the meta sense, like, oh, we are remaking this game. And it's like, well, no, if you think about it in universe, we are remaking this world, and that's how they meant it. I feel like. Ah, nice hit. Ice weakness. Ooh. I think this is fire. What does this do? Sing, excuse me, is a unique ability depending on the harp you're using. I think it's fire. She can't fire. Let's Blizzard. Yeah, most certainly. It's funny how they'll do that. Like sometimes an enemy that's like just some random, you know, trash mob, to use an online term, ends up turning into, oh, okay, it's a decent little heal. Interesting. Kind of like Prey in 10-2. If it's not obvious, Edward is also not a permanent character, so my memory of his abilities is lacking. He's not as interesting to me as Tello was with his, like, I forgot all my abilities. Oh, I'm sorry, that tickled me. Tella, or Edward, hide. Okay, bye. He's just gone. He's done. He's had enough. He's going home. Oh, I can return. Okay, come on back. That's funny. I'm sorry, that tickled me. He dropped his microphone before that was a thing. Man, this is gonna take forever. I would like for you to learn fire, please. I'm pretty sure fire is the weakness. Hello, Squeaky. That was long before that happened. The, like, first mic drop, if you will. But it is funny that it works out. I think if this game had been translated by Ted Woosley today, because he liked to use a lot of pop culture references in his translations, he would have called that move mic drop. Edward. Spoony Bard. I am glad that particular line got maintained. That was famous. Oh, hey, buddy, you coming up? Hi, Squeaky. He just doesn't do much damage, does he? He just heals every round. That's pretty much, that'll work. Just not as good at his sparing. Thank you. Needs healing. There we go, he's dead. Hi, Skitters. Hit goblins. It's funny, these sprite looks very similar to Final Fantasy 1. I think that was probably done on purpose in the original game too, though. They definitely have done that. I think the next time it happens, though, is probably... See, they're not really look like that in 5. Kinda do, but they're different. 6. I can't remember what they looked like in 6. They don't look like that in 7. There's no goblins in 8, believe it or not. I think not in 9 either. I want to say it was 14, but not till much later. Like 15 goblins looked like this, but then they put them in 14 too. With she has a weapon that is their elemental weakness. That's why she's dealing so much damage. It's not like her strength necessarily. Just to kind of clarify that, but it's very good. Oh, we got a tent back. Tell it didn't take all our tents because now a basilisk. Now we got a new one. I feel like he's almost dead all the time. Those 2 digits make me feel bad. This seems more like an iguana, but kind of with... Oh, alright. Nothing to it. Hi, Skiers. Let me see if this weapon does have any properties before I, like, just... Oh, okay. So if you sing with it, you can put them to sleep. Alright, that's nifty. That has a use. I think that's where I came from, so if I go this way... Yeah, okay. Very linear, the way these dungeons are designed. Actually, this kind of also reminds me of 2. Squeaky. Stop! Time magic. Before there were such things. All magic is either white or black. Don't worry about all that other stuff. That's for later games with jobs. Don't worry about it. Lamia's harp. Oh, that's probably for him. Yeah. What does this do? Tempting melee that may cause confusion. That's even more useful than sleep. They can start hitting themselves. I equipped it, right? Am I crazed? Is he just asleep? Oh, no, I equipped it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Oh well, she's down. Oh, one hit, wow. Oh, he didn't do anything the whole fight, so I'll take it. Yeah, unlike in Final Fantasy V, but also like Final Fantasy III, the bard in that game, or the bard job in that game, you could only sing the song that your weapon allowed. In 5, you got to pick from a whole like category of song magic, I guess, would be the term. Alright, I said I'd do it this time. Let's give it a try. Will darkness hurt them? No. Cool. Let's try it one more time. What you doing, Becky? Nope. Okay. That's enough of that. Yeah, mass miss indeed. Hit all of them? Oh no, just 2 of them. I don't know if that will awaken them. Oh, that will awaken them. Well, that will awaken him. Thankfully, unlike in 2, they don't cause poison this time. Oh, silence! Huh. So I guess it's not based on his weapon after all. He just will cast, he'll just sing something. I talked about how this didn't make the most sense. Like, hang on. Okay, just making sure I actually cleared this room. Weirding me out. Oh, here we are. Yep, just a boss room. I think the whole idea of like making Rydia roughly the same strength as Cecil fairly quick is just to kind of, you know, hammer home that Rydia's something of a prodigy. And now that we have this like relatively normal, just so-and-so, even though he's roughly at the right level, he's not nearly as strong as Cecil. Maybe there's something special about this Rydia character. Aside from the wielding of the ice rod. Could just be the fact that she's a summoner. Summoners are amazing. This is where the antlion lays its eggs. Eek! It's okay. Antlions are quite tame. They don't attack people. Here, I'll demonstrate by taking the stand ruby like so. Come on, we have to help him. The counter horn. Check him out. She used a lot of MP on those flans. Well, okay. There's a lot of trust being implied here. That, like, this random thing this one guy said is actually going to help Rosa, who is in trouble. And this guy, like, oh, well, the answer is in this cave that only royalty is allowed to go to. And I could believe this royal guy who likes to go play, you know, in the cave, and like he goes up to the antlion all the time and never bothered him. Something, and he's clearly like crazed. Like something's messing with the monsters in the world to make them more violent than usual. And I think they're kind of trying to hammer that home with scenes like that. I mean, although it's also easy to make fun of Edward, like, oh, what a dumb... Look at that spoony bard playing in the middle of the antlion's pincers. Because in most games, antlions are violent, but I think we could believe that this one actually was tame, and that they get sand rubies all the time, and then they like hand them out, or that's what they trade. That's like their primary export. It's like they get desert fever, and so you go to the capital and you get some sand ruby. I don't know. Grind it up and put it in your soup, and then you're better. How could this happen? They've always been totally harmless. Monsters are growing in number of late, and their behavior is changing as well. I can't help but feel that this is some kind of sign. Come on, let's go cure Rosa. Right, let's go. I was going to say, whoa, we got to silence, and then we just changed songs. And we can now cast Warp, I believe. Oops, that's black magic. Same animation. Oh, is it just a floor? It is just a floor. Look at that. We're going to cast it a couple of times. Does she have enough MP? I don't know. 2 more. Just jump out 2 more floors. Oh, no, that wasn't worth it at all. I guess we'll walk a little bit. I do wish Rydia had Osmos though, that would make things a lot better. What, Skitters? Are you having trouble getting comfy? Turtles. Turtle! Looks like he's healing for the same amount. Does that hit a little harder? It does hit a little harder. Rydia's now has more MP than Tella did. He was at a higher level than she is now. I remember liking her a lot. I think that might be why, because she's just so... She basically is fulfilling like the whole magic, like... What would you call it? Like everything you might need magically at this point. Which is kind of like... I mean, I understand now it's out of necessity, because you don't get a healer at this point. Indeed. And that's actually funny, if you think back to Final Fantasy XI. Some summoners were known for their high MP, so it's kind of funny. Alright, back on our hovercraft. What's over here? Oh, it's another mountain. Probably the next area we have to go to. I don't think there's anything here, but we can check real quick. Nothing else. There's going to be a way to heal, yeah.
We are the only survivors of Baron's attack. Perhaps we should withdraw to Kaipo. If only we had a hovercraft to get us across the Swallows to the west.
I'd planned to head across to Mount Hobbs to Fable, but the trail is blocked by a thick wall of ice.
HP restored and status effects removed. Skitters. Did they give us a different reviving pot? I don't know. Let's find out. MP restored. Oh, it's an MP pot. Interesting. So an HP pot and an MP pot. Alright, so if nothing else, we got a nice save point out of the deal. Alright, and we can ride the hovercraft back to, Kaibo, I think? Too bad with names. But we will be headed to Fable shortly, I believe. Kaipo, Oasis of the Desert. We've got to save Rosa! Quick to this corner house. We found a girl from Baron lying unconscious just outside of town. The poor thing's come down with desert fever. She kept murmuring the name Cecil over and over. I haven't thought of anything new to say since the last time you were here. Rosa. The bomb ring now. The sand ruby. Rosa exposed to the light of the sand ruby. Oh, it's a like, huh, alright. That's cool. Oh! Cecil! You're alive, thank goodness. How do you feel? I'm fine, but I thought I'd lost you. They told me you died in mist when the earthquake hit. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Rosa, who's Golbez? He's the new captain of the Red Wings, appointed by the king himself. But the king has been acting strangely. I believe Golbez is manipulating him to collect the crystals for himself. With Mysidia's water crystal in hand, he'll surely go after the others. The fire crystal of Damsean, the wind crystal of Fable, and the earth crystal of Troya. The fire crystal has already fallen into his hands. Let me introduce you. Edward is the Prince of Damsean. Rydia is a summoner from Mist. You wouldn't have been able to get the Sand Ruby and cure your fever without their help. Hi there! Hello, Rydia. Thank you both so much. Cecil, after Damsean, Fable must be the next target. We must... You have to rest now. Don't worry, we'll go to Fable. Sadly, the trail to Fable is blocked by thick ice. Rydia, can you cast fire? No. Fire is one of the most elementary of black magic spells. As a summoner, you... Oh yeah, that's why she can't cast fire. It just hit me. Rosa, stop. You're in no condition to come with us, for some reason. I'll be alright, really. On my honor as a white mage, I promise I won't be a burden. Rosa only wishes to be with you, Cecil. Alright, we'll go together. Just make sure you get plenty of rest tonight. Thank you. White Mage Rosa has joined the party. She's actually going to be there for the whole game too. Well, not the whole, well, she's basically here for the rest of the game. That night. Blue filter. Skitters, you're so cute. You know you're so cute. There was actually right around this area. But now she's gone to bed and now Edward is playing. Anna, I miss you so much. Ah! Versus a Sahagin. What'll I do? Hide! Edward! Anna! You must fight Edward! No effect. Oh, pretty good hit. Believe in yourself. Anna! I must be motivated. I'm a man. Gah! Anna, this can't be. I must leave this world for a better place. No, don't go. I can't live without you. You mustn't let Golbez have the crystals. Fight for your people. Care for them as you did for me. I actually like how they did that line in the DS version. Like how they talked about like as much love as he get offered to her, he now should offer to his people. I mean, it's basically the same line, but I actually like how it was phrased in the other one. Yes, I'll do it. I'll fight. But how can I stop him? I don't know what I should do. Scares. All set.
You were only here a short while, but you've come to feel like a daughter to me. Come back any time.
Ooh, Becky. Oh, we gotta change up our party now. There we go. Edward gets to go be lonely by himself. Banished to the bottom. Position 5. The castle up north is Damsean Castle. Oh, yep, we already know. Thank you. See if any new weapons and armor for the group now that we have more party members. We get full health? We sure are. Oh yeah, this is another game where you have to have arrows to fight with. I don't think you use them up though. It's not like 3. Oh well, 3 on the NES. Skaters. Got an iron omelet for Edward. Oh, he has something. Alright, you need that. You don't want him turning into a pig after all. Indeed. Yeah, we got a little bit of story development for Rydia. I believe that's what's coming up here. Skitters, Bucky Boo. Now Tella would be very angry with us if we don't use a tent, which I'm not. I don't think I'm going to actually. We don't need one. All right, I'm just gonna save. I'm back. There we go. Got a party of 4. Watch out. Mount Hobbs, west entrance. Rydia, can you try casting the fire spell? What's wrong? Give it a try. I know you can do it. No. I hate fire. That's right. Her village was destroyed by fire when... Rydia? You're the only one who can melt this ice. If we don't get to Fabul, more people will be in danger. Please, Rydia. It's time to be brave. Time to be brave. Please, Rydia. You must. Fire! Rydia has learned fire. Fuego. That's right, Squeaky. She casted fire on that ice ball. On that ice wall. You got an itchy neck, Squeaky? Hi, Buggy. Rydia, that was incredible. Hee. I knew you could do it. Thank you, Rydia. Versus bombs. I think Prey is just healing for the group for free, but I'll just double check. Prayer unanswered. Okay, maybe not. I don't know what it does. It's funny that like 4 people is a normal party size in like some of the other, or all the other Final Fantasies up to now. Hey, a super important save point. Uh-oh, gargoyles. Okay, yeah, it is. It's just heal everybody. But it's heal everybody that's permanent, not temporary like Edgar. Edgar is different. Edgar is later. No, nothing. Bombs absorb fire. And then aim is just like in 5, I assume. Yeah, can't miss. Got him. Got him. And of course, White Mage is just her white magic. That's all she does is white magic. She doesn't do both. Oh man. Oh, she can res. It's curious that it's not called raise. I wonder why it's not. Is it different? No, it's raise. Okay. Interesting. What skitters? It's funny, she's like stretching her paw out, like doing this on my arm.
Oh, a tent! Yes, use those anytime you can.
What? No. She's being cute. No. Oh no, Skitters, don't be embarrassed. Oh, she's gone. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Alva will come out and be like, Skaters, what are you doing? And then she'll be like, jump off me. Skaters, you're okay, Becky Boo. Come here, Becky. Come here, Squeaky. Oop, she's not coming back. Okay. Well, we used a tent, so we know Tella would be happy. Oh no, that would be wild, wouldn't it? Skitters has spoken, and we captured it all during the stream. Ooh, that's not very much damage at all. Aim is going to be better. That's gonna be pretty good. Hope maybe not. Okay. Hi, Skitters. Ooh. Ooh. Skitters. Yawn. Mount Hobbs, the summit. Ooh, holy arrows. That's gonna be better for her. Why is she like that? She was holding the bow. Oh wait, that's actually how bow and arrows work though. You hold the bow in your offhand, and you pull back with your strong hand. And that's why the arrow is in the right hand. Okay. I got it. She did it correctly. Ooh, this controller's getting old. I'm gonna have to replace it at some point. Soonish. The skeleton. Why it's not reliable, it may or may not actually work. Come on, Rosa, throw that arrow. There you go. Wow, nice hit. Although these guys are probably weak to holy attacks, given their undead nature. Hey, protect. What's going on here? That Garb, he's one of Fabul's monks. Yeah! I've got kicks for days! Hi-ya! Ooh. He's got the punches. And he's got the kicks! A bomb! Good grief, that's no normal bomb! We have to help him! Versus a bomb. And we have a full party for the first time! Yay! The bomb. What's good? Oh, it's guard. Or maybe counter stance? If I had to guess. Increased defense. Okay. Miss? Oh, you use items when you do that. I did not know that. Energy store for double the attack power. Here. Oops. Got the punches. She's become large. I'm gonna blow! Protect. Can you group protect? You can. Turn into smaller bombs. Now they're all sleeper bombs. He's got kicks. These group heals are not very good. Nice. Ah, second tier cure. Yes, that's the indication that they're confused when they're facing the other direction.
You have my gratitude. Yang is my name. I am the High Monk of Fabul. I came here to train with my men, but all were killed by a swarm of beasts. They were Fabul's finest monks. My name is Cecil. We bring urgent news to Fabul. A villain named Golbez is using Baron's power to seize the world's crystals for himself. Then he covets our wind crystal as well.
There is no doubt. He already took the crystal of Damsean with ease. Fabul may be next to fall.
Then the odds are against us. The only monks left in the castle are students. They stand little chance against Baron's forces.
I'd assume Golbez was behind the monster attack that killed your men. And almost killed you. Oh yeah, the glasses.
Then their assault is imminent. I must go.
We will go with you to Fabul. You may need our help.
I am grateful. However, this matter does not concern you.
It concerns us all. You see, I am the Prince of Damsean. Rosa and I are citizens of Baron, and this girl is but one victim of our kingdom's recent attacks that I myself led.
I see. Then I humbly accept your assistance. Let's go. We haven't much time. Fabul lies to the east of these mountains.
Monk Yang has joined the party. Yep, full party. We had all 5 of them level in that last boss, too. Very unusual to see 5 level up messages at once. I think we might wrap it up here soon. I've been going for about 3 hours almost. Excuse me, it'll probably be about that time by the time we get to Fabu. Sati only hits once. Usually monks punch twice, at least in later games. Although, that's not terribly unusual. Maybe he only has 1 claw, but that's why. Okay. Hovercraft, say goodbye. Huh. Her white magic is already kind of lacking. Or they just hit really hard. The old battle intro? It's pretty much always the same in these crystal or pixel remasters. Always that kind of boxes coming down. Oh, you mean when it zooms in like that? Yes, that's what they used to do in the old games. Do a big one. How much that cares for. Oh, he's down. That is a lot of damage. Tier 1 is terrible, though. One experience point. Found the next town. God, leave me alone. Probably not worth doing that way. Oh, her heal's way better. Okay, it's just Rydia. Her stats are not built for healing. She is a black mage through and through. Even at this point. Just because she can cast healing spells doesn't mean she should. And we can run around a little in there before we call it, but this is pretty much the end, at least the progression portion.
Master Yang, the king wishes to see you.
Same thing. Yep. Get some armaments. Oh, here we go. Huh. Elemental claws, but they all have the same accuracy. I guess we'll just go with another copy of the cheap one. Demons. We spent some money, let's do it. A shield? No, just a helm. Demon helm, 1 defense. Demon armor, 2 defense. And demon gloves, 1 defense. Very, like, incremental increases, but his defense is already pretty high, so it's not like, you know... There's really no reason to keep that dark stuff. Where's that Hades stuff? There we go. Thank you very much. So all weapons, no armor, and I didn't equip his other hand claw. There we go. Now he should do 2 attacks instead of just the 1. We can probably keep a stock of tents now to keep Tella happy. Get some potions too. It's not that expensive. I don't remember how rare Phoenix Downs were in the original game. It's like I don't want to like stock up on those because I feel like I'd be cheating. Because like you may not have had them before. But it's not a big deal because oh yeah, that was the NES ones were like that. Because the hit counts were important. I think they kind of do that in later games where like it's not so much hit counts, but they have like your rate of your attack rate. I feel like they were trying to do that the whole time, where like you have 1, 2, and 3 were like that. And in later games, they have like attack delay to kind of simulate that. But yeah, the ones where they swing and then it shows you how many times they hit. That was from the first 3 games, the NES era. Attack items. Hey, it's Naming Way. The infirmary is ready for anything. 7 people. It's ready for 7 people. That's 2 more than your full party size. We can handle anything.
Where have you been? Off loafing, I'll bet. This is my wife. Darling, Cecil and his companions came to my aid on Mount Hobbs. Well, that was mighty kind of you. Well, hon, don't you have some place you gotta be? I hear the king's waiting for you.
A little bit of a Bravely Default there.
heard you were attacked at Mount Hobbs. Did you sustain any injuries?
I heard... Same. It's a very strange way to say that phrase. Master, I wasn't sleeping. I was meditating in bed with my eyes closed, snoring. It's important. Master Yang, I hear some bad guys are coming. I hope you beat them to a pulp. With the monks to protect us, we'll be safe as long as we stay inside the castle.
Master Yang, how did the training go?
A Bacchus cider. That's some damage.
A tent! You never know when you could use a tent. Well, I do.
This is the king's chamber. Don't even try sleeping in that bed. It's got 2 carpets. That's what you get when you're king. Alright. Welcome home, Master Yang. Oh, that's there. Okay. Now we're ready. Let's go see the king.
Yang, at last you have returned.
Sire, we must prepare for battle. Baron is poised to attack and steal our crystal.
How do you know this?
These 2 are citizens of Baron. They came to warn us.
And the others?
Sire, we haven't much time. The castle's defenses must be tightened immediately.
Yang, can we trust this dark knight and his companions?
I believe so. They risked their lives to help me. We must hurry. Please. It is an honor to see you again. Prince Edward! Sire, Baron's fleet decimated Damsean and claimed our crystal not long ago. Many died, including my parents and my beloved. Damsean's tragedy must not be repeated.
I understand. Forgive my suspicions. Yang, mobilize the men for battle. Prince Edward, Dark Knight, will you help us to defend Fabul?
Yes.
They have already offered to help, sire. We will join the forward guards by the main gate. Very well. Will the mages assist our medic?
Yes, sire.
Fabul's fate rests in your hands. May we be victorious. As you command. We will assemble at the main gate.
Cecil, come back safely. Rydia, take care of Rosa for me. Realize they're going to come with airships, right?
Here they come! Attack!
Oh, maybe not. They're going to wander in from the forest. Cool. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
Retreat! You see, you don't get to be captain by not running away.
Oh, that was a huge game.
The Red Wings!
I was going to say, what were you going to do about the airships? We can't hold them back.
Retreat into the castle!
You don't have trebuchets.
We're severely outnumbered. I should not have let you help.
This is our fight too, and it's far from over. They're coming. Oh. Monsters this time. probably didn't need to do that. Probably could have focused again. Oh well. Didn't matter. Oh no! Fall back! Isn't the throne hall just behind us? We must hold them here! The king has already retreated to safety with the women and children. It is our duty to lure the enemy away and crush them. Oh, two warriors and a captain. Not so tough. Oh no, the captain has turned traitor! This is how you make captain. You always switch sides when the opportunity arises. And now he's died. Let's get out of here. Damn you, Baron. The door is bolted. We can make our last stand here. Where's the crystal kept? In the vault above here. The door has been unlocked. A traitor! You fool! What are you doing? Sorry, sir, but I'll never make captain if I don't turn traitor at the first opportunity. He's one of them! Gorgals! Oh, that's it. I wonder, like, no one seems to care that they've got monsters with their attack force. Or they don't seem to think it's unusual. We're outnumbered! Withdraw to the vault! We were always outnumbered. We knew this was— oh no! Edward! This— oh! Edward! Oh, he's fine. Oh no! Two Baron warriors and a captain. Whatever shall we do? The captain turned traitor again! I knew it! Retreat! You just can't make captain and baron unless you switch sides like you're flipping a coin. Backstabbing and betrayal. That's how you make promotion. Oh man, this is a crystal room. Oh yeah. Don't you have, like, boiling pots of oil? It's been a while. Cain! You're alive! So it would seem. We'll talk later. For now, we have some fighting to do. Indeed. Are you ready to face me, Cecil? What are you saying? Ready your sword. Cain! Ready your sword, fool! Versus Dragoon. Why do this? Save your breath. Oh no, he jammed. I hit harder than you, sir. What happened to you? You ask too many questions. You jump so much faster now that you're the bad guy. Oh, you missed, Cecil. You gotta swing for the fences. Oh no! Ooh, he's hitting harder too. Come on, man. Have you dealt too much damage? This is it, Cecil. Has Golbez poisoned your mind too?
Huh. Have you any final words? Stop!
No! Someone's saying no. Oh, it's Rosa! Rosa! Kane, you of all people! No,
Why do you hesitate, Kane? Golbez!
Golbez! So you're Golbez.
And you must be Cecil. Never hesitate to kill, Kane. Now see how it is done.
Cecil!
No! Silence! He's got magic. Kane, get the crystal. Yes, sire.
Kane, please! Rosa, no!
Oh? Is this woman important to you? Then I shall take her with me to raise the stakes! Literally! And figuratively! Mostly figuratively. Until we meet again. Come, Kane! You won't be so lucky next time.
Man, I was really hoping you would have forgotten about the crystal. Wait! Ugh. Cure! Your heals are terrible. 1 hit point. Oh boy. Feeling better? I thank you, Rydia. The crystal's gone. I have failed. And Rosa's gone too. So we have to go help her and get back the crystals while we're at it. She's right. We have no time for moping. Cecil, it's our turn to assist you. But for now, let's heal our wounds. Luckily, we have a room with 7 open beds. Can you believe it? Ha! 7! Thank you. You know, I told the people we'll never need 7 beds. I mean, what are you, nuts? But here we are. Hermes shoes. The king rests in his chamber. He suffered some injuries during the attack. Oh, a secret room. This is where the even better realer crystal is. Nope, 3 treasure boxes. This is where they should have hit the crystal. The demon shield. Let's put it on. Ooh, 1 point? Really? Ah, man. These are extremely incremental. But I think that's kind of the point. Like, you're not gonna break the bank with Dark Knight stuff. It's just the name of the game. The only exception is the last sword, but everything is relative. See how we doing? We're at full health. Okay, yeah, that hospital, man. We didn't even have to get in those 7 beds, and we're all better. Alright, well, I'm getting a little too silly to continue. It's too dangerous out there right now. You should rest for the time being. I'm at full health, sirs. But I guess we'll go visit those 7 beds. I have a feeling they don't even mean those. But we'll find out. Oh man, look, they're already using, what, 5 of them? If only my magic were as powerful as Lady Rosa's. How is Baron controlling all those monsters? Okay, someone brought it up. 2 people brought it up. Golbez will pay for this. Naming way. You have a 1-track mind. I guess I'll go to the end. The hospital beds are not for us. Master Yang, you may rest here tonight. Please let me know if you need anything. Yes. Oh, 6 more beds. They're just spoiling us now. So, how will we go to about the rescue? To fight Golbez, we'll need an airship, but Baron is the only kingdom that has them. We must sneak into Baron and borrow one. Baron's main force is the Red Wings, so its naval power is relatively weak. We might be able to slip in via a water route. Then we need a boat. I will ask the king for a ship tomorrow morning. Thank you, Yang. By the way, who was that dragoon? His name is Kane. He used to be my best friend, but he's no longer the man I knew. Perhaps you will find your answers in Baron. For now, we should rest. Until tomorrow, then.
I see. I will arrange for a ship right away. Yang, accompany Cecil and help him in any way you can. Cecil, take this sword. It belonged to a dark knight who came to Fabul many years ago. This sword exudes tremendous force, but it is still a weapon of darkness. Darkness can never prevail over true evil, but I have every faith that you will slay Golbez. Received Deathbringer. There it is. Go to the harbor to the east as soon as you're prepared. A ship awaits you there. Golbez must be stopped. If he acquires all of the crystals, the world will be thrust into an unprecedented crisis. I'm counting on you. Yep, 11 points. For this game, that's a ton. Alright. This is the strongest dark sword in the game. The king was once a famous monk. There's no need to worry. He'll just spam chakra until he's all better. Don't even worry about it. Alright. Anywho, that's going to do it for our stream today. On Wednesday, we're going to play more Bravely Default. I'm assuming we're going to be streaming Wednesday. I'm feeling okay now. Like, I got through this one okay. Friday I will not be streaming. I have to help set up for a Dragon Boat race, which is happening on Saturday. So I might try to make it up on either later that Saturday or possibly on Sunday, but my weekends have been such that, like, it's not likely, but if I don't, then we'll at least get, you know, one session of the game that I plan to play. But yeah. Until then, thanks a lot for coming and hanging out. And oh yeah, we changed this. We'll put Radia here, Edward here. Until then though, fair winds in your travels, and thanks again for coming by.